So my name is Rene. I'm the Director of Child Life and Creative Therapies at Children's Hospital here in New Orleans. And my crazy story of how I came here. So my son really tells the story really well. We were on vacation up in Boston and we love to play. No matter how old you get, you always need to play. So we went to this amazing complex called Level 99 that has all of these kind of escape rooms. They have physical challenges, they have mental challenges to get out of these really fun, crazy spaces. And I happened to be in an Asian themed ninja room where you are jumping over things over the floor and dodging these posts swinging at you while you're hitting buttons on the wall. And we were doing good, we were winning, like we were in it. And I turned one way, hit the button on the wall, and down I went. I heard a pop and hit the floor. And so in true fashion, I was like, ooh, that hurt. Felt a little weird, but we're in it for the day. So continue to play some other games and do some things. And then by the end of the day, I knew something was not right. The knee was extremely swollen, hurting. Being in sports my whole life and living the world of sports medicine, I, wrapped it, elevated it, iced it, got some crutches because we were there for a few days on vacation. And just kind of hobbled along, called some people, said, what should I do? As soon as you get back, you need to go see somebody in ortho. And so that's how I came to be with my wonderful blowout of my ACL and tore the meniscus. So when it was in true fashion, as I do, I always go big or go home, and I did so with my knee. So that is how I came to need an ACL replacement and a meniscus fix. So initially, because I was out of town when I injured myself, I was really concerned about what I was going to do when I got home. Who was I going to contact? Who was I going to get in touch with? And luckily, a friend referred me to Metairie Orthopedics, and it was amazing. They alleviated my fears because I knew I couldn't walk on it. I knew I couldn't put pressure. I knew something was really wrong, and I needed to figure out quick and fast what I needed to do. And also, because I was out of town, it was a good 4 or 5 days before I got back. So I'd been icing and taking anti-inflammatories, but knowing I needed to do something about this and I needed to get it fixed. And so that was kind of my biggest fear, was like, okay, how bad is this really? Now that I haven't gotten immediate care, and did I do more damage? I had all these things running through my head, flying back and trying to get back. And it was amazing because as soon as I contacted these guys at Metairie Orthopedics, it was immediate response. And don't worry, we're gonna take care of you. We're gonna get you in as soon as possible. They answered, my first phone call. I didn't have to wait days to get in touch with somebody or wait for somebody to call me back. So it was great that they were able to alleviate all of those things going in my head and reassured me not to worry about it. We're gonna take care of it and we're gonna get you what you need. Being with Metairie Orthopedics, when you first get diagnosed, you never know how long the journey's going to be. Found out pretty soon that this was going to be a long journey, and that's hard. The mental game is just as hard as the physical game. And knowing that it was going to be a long process was amazing that they were able to tell me that up front, which was important. They didn't sugarcoat it for me and say, oh yeah, you'll have surgery and you'll be fine. It was very clear to me that this was going to be a journey and that it was not always going to be an easy process. Very independent person. I love to hike. I love to play sports. I like to do things. I'm active with my grandchildren. It's like, seriously, how long is this going to take me out? And how is this going to impact my quality of life over the next year? And so it was nice to be able to have those conversations and also share the frustrations and know that, okay, I'm all right. I'm on this path and we're going to get there. And also knowing that the surgery is not an easy surgery. I'm thinking, great, you go in, you replace that ACL because I blew it out, so that I needed a whole new one. The meniscus needed to be repaired because blew that out. So I went big, and so my recovery was big. And they've been on this journey with me the whole time to reassure me that it's okay. When I got frustrated, I'm like, why is this not working? Like, you fixed it. It's now, surgery's over. I'm doing PT. Why is this not getting better? And they're like, this happens to like professional athletes and it takes them months too to recover from this. And I'm like, okay, so I'm all right that I'm this average, parent, grandparent, that I'm on this long journey. So almost a year out, and going on our first hike next week in Glacier National Park in Montana, and that has been my goal. I really like to hike national parks with friends and family, and so we're there, and that's exciting too, to look back on it and say, okay, we went through this, went through all the physical therapy, went through all the things, kept in touch with my doctors here, and Dr. Roubion has just been so supportive and reminding me that this is a journey. It wasn't a one and done quick fix, and it was never going to be that way, but we're here. And that's pretty amazing to be able to get to, yes, I can run around on the playground with my grandkids again, and yes, I'm getting to that point where I'm feeling stronger every day, and that it is a process, and that it is not just the physical part, but that mental game is attended to as well by the team. And they really have been so supportive and reassuring that you're going to get there. You're going to get there. Everything looks great. It's healing. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And so that has been just such a relief to know that even those little fears, those little concerns, they always are able to reassure me and alleviate that fear that we're on track and we're going to be okay. And they're going to be here regardless of when I need them a year out, 5 more years out, or whatever happens as I get older. Because that's also part of the journey as we get older, that you need those people that you can rely on and trust, because healthcare is scary, and you need those people that can calm your fears and have those real conversations with you to be able to say, we got you. And I truly feel that here. We've referred multiple people. My husband's been here now, my son's been here now, and we're going to continue to do that because we trust that this team and Dr. Roubion and his team is going to take care of us. So from the moment I contacted Metairie Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, it was a comforting feeling. So immediately on the call, the staff responded, called back immediately, got an appointment immediately, and then from the minute I came into this office, everybody was so welcoming, from the staff at the front desk to going back and getting my immediate x-ray to see what was going on, to get some answers. Everybody was so kind, asking the appropriate questions, and showed a level of concern that you don't always get in healthcare. I work in healthcare, so I know it's a tough business, and healthcare is profound. Your experiences are profound. They stick with you. So when you have a great experience, it sticks with you, and when you don't have a great experience, it sticks with you. But when you're in those moments and you're scared and you're worried about how is this going to impact my life? How is this going to affect my life? As an adult, we have to work. We have to provide for our families. And if there's an interruption in that can be scary. And so knowing that people are there to take care of you and helping you alleviate those fears, that it's going to be okay and we have you, from the calls to the back and forth of making appointments, everything was always immediate. You didn't get a phone tree when you called. You got a person answering the phone, and if not, they called you back the same day, which is unbelievable nowadays. It doesn't always happen, and it's hard. You don't want to wait days to hear the results of your test or your results of your x-ray or your MRI. And every time I had one of those things done, the response was immediate. We have these great electronic medical records, and everybody has a patient portal, but they responded immediately. It wasn't like, oh, I have to read about this in my portal and wait for somebody to call me back. And that's huge when you're scared and you're worried about how your life may change or how something may happen, or if you have to have surgery, or all those thoughts go through your head as a patient. And you want that person to be there to be able to answer your questions and respond to you. And I truly feel that I got that here every step of the way. And even now, almost a year out, continuing to get that response. Even if I have a concern, I have a question that may not be a priority, but it is for me. And so it's a concern for me, and knowing that every single question, every single phone call is answered with that same level of respect is really important to me as a patient. I would absolutely 100% recommend Metairie Orthopedics. I cannot tell people enough how wonderful they have treated not only me, but family members, My husband has been here, my son has been here. I have friends that have asked, because they have seen the journey that I've been on, who took care of you? Who did your knee? Who did this? And we've told them, like, this is where you need to go. Ask for Dr. Roubion. He's amazing, and he will care for you and support you through the entire journey. As I said, healthcare is tough. Healthcare is profound experiences in people's lives, and they need those people that they trust and know that will care for them every step of the way, and you will get that here at Metairie.